based in New York City, though she was born and raised in Rhode Island. She fell in love with Hawaii as a child, when she spent many summers with her family in Kona, on the island of Hawaii. Now, as an adult, she has transferred that childhood love to her career, one that has allowed her to study and write about Hawaiian culture for many years, and ultimately led her to meet Kainoa. Her first book, Destination Wellness, includes a chapter on her favorite well-being lessons found in Hawaiian practices, and she has learned even more about the islands since it was published. Like Kainoa, she considers herself a forever student of Hawaii, and feels so grateful to be able to help spread Hawaii's beautiful messages far and wide. Gathering the information within this book was an exciting journey. Like many Hawaiians, Kainoa doesn't consider himself an expert on his culture, but rather a perpetual student. More on Hawaiian humility later. One of his favorite Hawaiian proverbs is, "A'ohe pau ka ike I ka halau ho'okahi," which translates to, "All knowledge is not taught in the same school." With that proverb in mind, we wanted to include many different Hawaiian voices and perspectives in this book so that you too can learn from as many people as possible. Together, we island hopped to interview nearly 20 Hawaiian community leaders, activists, teachers, farmers, storytellers, elders, and more, all of whom guided us with incredible wisdom on a variety of topics. As we got deeper into each interview, 4 themes emerged. Aloha, a deep, innate love. Aina, the land that takes care of us all. Mo'olelo, the art and importance of storytelling. OHANA, the family that loves us and that we care for in return. It's our hope that by learning about each of these 4 themes, you'll come away from this book with a broad understanding of Hawaii's cultural richness and the tools you need to weave it into your own life. A brief primer on Hawaii's geography and history. It's impossible to understand the true beauty of the lessons that follow without a basic understanding of Hawaiian history and geography. After all, one of the reasons that perceptions about Hawaii and her culture have been skewed for decades, if not centuries, is that Hawaiian culture is often taken out of context. But the context is crucial, so consider this your brief primer before we continue. Hawaii is the most isolated landmass in the world, with 8 major islands: Ni'ihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Maui, Lanai, Kaho'olawe, and the island of Hawaii, and more than 100 smaller islands and atolls. The archipelago is farther away from any other piece of land than any other island chain in the world. It may not seem that way when you're there, because parts of Hawaii have become so developed, but Hawaii's extreme remoteness is the foundation for many of the cultural lessons that follow. Consequently, understanding its evolution is a must. Geologists tell us that the islands were originally born when the Pacific tectonic plate inched over a volcanic hotspot, spewing up a new island every millionth year or so. The islands remained undisturbed for millennia, until life began to arrive via air currents, wandering migrant birds, and rolling ocean swells, a trifecta often referred to as wind, wing, and wave. Eventually, the islands became home to all sorts of new species that were found nowhere else in the world, from singing snails to happy-faced spiders to thousands of new plant varieties. Man. Roughly 2,000 years ago, voyagers and wayfinders, ancient navigators, from the Marquesas Islands and Tahiti, set out on double-hulled sailing canoes in search of a new home. Using nothing but the wind, the wave currents, the star map emblazoned across the nighttime sky, and good old-fashioned native ingenuity, they eventually arrived on land they would call Hawaii. The ancient